My name is Keira Caitlin P. I'm 62, and I identify as female. I don't believe the medical community is, totally on board with, the needs of the transgender community, whether it's trans woman or trans male. And it is moving very slowly towards them, finding out what the needs are of the transgender community. Unfortunately, I wish it was moving, much more quickly, because the trans community is coming out a lot more quickly than it has. I mean, the past 5 years alone, things have really started to blossom as far as the transgender community goes. We're much more out there in the public, and they're not seeing the needs of the transgender community. 5 years ago, you would never have thought that the rank and file of the transgender community is as large as it is. It's really, come out to the public much more prolifically than it had in years previous.
Are there any specific challenges that you're facing at the moment?
Well, working as, being able to find work as a transgender person is a challenge, because employers, I don't know, whether they're transphobic or, what the story is. They say that they can't discriminate against you, but there are ways around that, and employers do use those avenues to avoid hiring you. On-the-job training would be a plus for people in my age group, because we, some of us can't work the types of jobs that we used to work. I worked physical jobs. I can no longer do that because of the toll it took over the years. So it would be nice if there were some programs that allowed older transgender people to be retrained. They have a lot of experience, and companies would be, benefiting by taking advantage of that experience. I don't understand why they won't. Healthcare is, I think, going to be a real big challenge, because the medical community is moving slowly towards accepting the fact that there are differences between people who are, fit into the binary system of male and female. But they're, still not, should be, to provide good medical care for transgender people. You have different levels of transgender people. You have people that, elect to go, I don't know if there's really not an election, to have surgery. There's some that don't want to have surgery, and there are some that don't identify as male or female. So you have a lot of different issues and a lot of different types of people that you have to provide care for. And people who have had surgery require different types of care than the average person, because they're no longer what they were born as. For myself, I am female. I've had bottom surgery, so now I still have, specific needs that pertain to the male, because I still retain prostate. Then there are needs that I have to address as a female.
How do you stay socially connected?
That's a tough question for me, because I was as are a lot of transgender people. I lived in a closet basically most of my life. So I really wasn't socially connected throughout most of my life. At this point in my life, living full-time as female, having had surgery, being socially connected, I think, is more important to me now, because I want the camaraderie of having other people around. And, I look forward to, moving forward with that and, trying to find avenues that I can, use to become more socially connected. I'm not a bar person, so I can't be socially connected, through the bar scene. It just doesn't interest me. But I do use, there's a group here in Rhode Island called Borderlands. So I'm a little socially connected there, but I want to get out and, meet people individually and, become active with other people, in similar situations in my own age group, or even younger people would be fine. But younger people, the younger trans community seems to stray away from the older trans community, which is very strange, because they can benefit from our experience, but they don't see it that way.
So what's most important to you at this stage of your life?
Being able to live my life in peace and not be bothered by parts of the community that refuse to acknowledge and accept transgender people. Not feeling threatened when I'm outside in certain environments. That's important. I would also love to be gainfully employed again. I don't want to sit at home and, be a couch potato. I won't be a couch potato. I mean, I will get out there and exercise and bike. I love biking. I love walking. So, I like being physically active, but I would love to be gainfully employed. I think that's probably the most important thing for me at this point, is being able to find work that, I enjoy, and work for a company that can appreciate me.
If you had the opportunity to sit down and speak with your younger self, what would you say?
Why didn't you change over earlier in life? Because I knew at the age of 5 that I should have been born female. I really regret staying in the closet for that length of time.